Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained RPG Review. I am DM Bluddworth, and as you can see by the graphics, today's video I'm going to be talking about the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons module, Midnight on Dagger Alley. This was written by Merle Rasmussen, and it's actually an introductory solitaire adventure. So it's a solo adventure. And the reason why I wanted to get this was what brought it back to my memory was in my recent interview with Donald, the solo RPG guy. He had mentioned this along with Blizzard Pass, which was I believe MV2, so another solitaire adventure that was put out in the early 1980s, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, and each of these two adventure modules had a had a unique quality to them. This one being that it has it uses the red screen in order to reveal the secret typing. And then the other module, Blizzard Pass, has an invisible marker. Now, the reason why I picked up this one, I picked up this one here on eBay. It was about $30. Looked like it's in really good condition, and this one says that it does have the viewer in it. The other ones I couldn't find them with the viewer, or they were much more expensive with the viewers. So I wanted to get this one. The reason why I didn't pick up the highlighter one or the one that uses the invisible ink is that virtually all of those were used. And so the only one that was unused and still in the package, although the marker would probably be dry as anything, it was like over $200, and I'm not going to spend that. But I did pick it up. Came very quickly in about 3 days, and here we have it. So I'm going to open this up for the first time and take a look and show it off to you as we go. So once again, introductory solitaire adventure, a Jeff Easley cover, so you can never go wrong with that. And Merle Rasmussen, who I believe passed away last year. He was one of those writers back then that had a great deal of credibility to his craft. He's considered one of the better adventure writers. Although back in the early days of Dungeons and Dragons, so many of them were great writers and obviously phenomenal artists as well. So just the level of the quality of writing and artistic ability of old school TSR, it was unquestionably at the very height, and I still don't think that they've been surpassed even by modern gaming standards. So let's open this up for the first time and see what we have here. So here we have the two different sizes here, which I wasn't aware of. It's been so long since, and it was so vague in my memory, that I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, I do remember that now. And then I remembered the other one with the invisible ink. So really happy to have picked this up here. And like I said, with the original viewing screen. So let's get the details here. So here we have the adventure. So this is for levels 4 through 6. So interesting as well. Let's see. So we have by Merle Rasmussen. The editor is Anne Gray. The graphic designer is Christine Bartizel. Illustrator is Jeff Easley, and cartographer is Dave LaForce. Hey, two prominent female names there as the editor and the graphic designer. So much for all those people that will argue, or some of those people that will argue, that TSR was not inclusive in its writing and creative staff. So let's see. Let's see what we have here. I will set that aside. So this here, I'll just read it through to you. Let's see if we have if I can get this on the desktop a little bit better. This other camera has been a bit iffy with me lately. I can never quite get the right view or size of things and focus and such. So I may not, I know it's going to be really hard for you to read with it being stretched out and such. How to play this adventure. You have street level, dungeon level, upper level, and rooftop level. The pre-rolled characters, which I will certainly show off. Then the tables and maps. You have the monster die rolls and modifiers, wandering monsters, traps and treasures, saving throws, character hit rolls, variable weapon damage, monster hit rolls, rooftop level, upper level, street level, and dungeon level maps. And then the magic viewers, which are inserted. And here you kind of have the layout of the, where you start. And you'll start here, you'll read the entry, and then do the, follow its instructions as you go along. It doesn't look like it's incredibly long. Looks like it's fairly short. There's quite a bit going on. I am going to actually do a playthrough of this so that you can, see it in action. But let's see what we can do here and see if I doubt I'll be able to really get it where you'll be able to read it. I'm actually having trouble reading it too, so we will, but I will come up with a way to actually demonstrate it. Let's take a look at these character profiles here. So we have Scarl Skagel, a human. He's a 6th level monk. We have Sabat Thantis, a half-elf killer, a 6th level assassin. And we have Harl Hightree, an elf, a Filcher 6th level thief. I kind of like the fact that they give them their class titles. We have the saving throws. That will be applicable to the characters that are in the, in it here. We have character hit rolls. So what they need in order to hit the armor classes. So looks like a very streamlined, trimmed down version of the various roles and charts that you'll need in order to play this through. So it certainly is designed for running those particular pre-generated characters through it, which is probably another reason why it's such a thin booklet here. So looks really cool. As the darkness presses into the narrow, muddy alleys of Goldstar, silent shadows slip out of hiding. Now is the hour of cut purses and cutthroats to creep into the night to do their work. Would-be victims bar their doors and lie sleepless in their dingy hovels waiting for the dawn. Your task sends you into this dismal, dangerous place after sundown. No moon lights your steps as you scurry past the yowling cats and smoke fog-filled alleys. Above you and beneath you lurk unseen encounters. Somewhere ahead in the despairing gloom lies your goal. If you can survive midnight on Dagger Alley. This module is for use with advanced Dungeons & Dragons rules. This module cannot be played without the AD&D rules produced by TSR. Okay, so yeah, really looking forward to taking a look at this and running through it. And here's the huge map. So very large map here. So here's a big map once again has to be revealed. And we will get rid of any tape. Let's see how this this viewer works. So the viewer works a little bit better with the map print here. Let's see if I can. I don't know if you'll actually be able to see that. Probably not. Like I said, my lighting is not perfect for it either, so I would need a much brighter lit space in order to see what's going on there. But really, really cool. Really happy to have gotten this, and looking forward to doing a playthrough. And I will play through this along with you, and you will be able to see firsthand just how it goes. Let's see. Let me make sure I get this thing packed away correctly. Alright, that definitely goes like that. It's so weird. I'm trying to see how best to repackage this. It's just like everything else, you know, it never goes back in the same way that it came out. But there we go. Got it back together again. And we'll put this in the slip. So I will run through this and give you you know, a view of how it's going, you know, how it's going along. I like to thank Donald for reminding me of this, so I can you know, certainly take a look and share my experience with him as well, and he can run that on his channel, and I'll do the same with his next little adventure that he runs, and we'll keep on going back and forth and exchanging ideas between myself and the solo RPG guy Donald, and you know, once again, it's another aspect of the role-playing game hobby that I think, you know, sometimes we don't consider the different ways of participating in role-playing games. So, you know, a lot of times, you know, we think of it just as, well, you're sitting at a table with a group of friends and playing. We discount or don't think about the solo RPG. We don't think about computer RPGs as being part of the same hobby, whether it be, you know, single player or multiplayer or massively multiplayer. You know, I really come to the conclusion that anytime you're playing a character that is, you know, and you're playing a character based on that character's motivations, and you're, you know, you're playing in a fantastic world, whether it be fantasy or science fiction or horror or whatever, and you're just creating an experience and a story that character is participating in. That's role playing, you know. So it doesn't matter what mode you're using or, you know, what game system you're using. It's all part of the same hobby. It's all a practice of you know, escapism, and you know, it's just a very creative and imaginative hobby to be engaged in, whether you're with you know, friends playing it, whether you're playing online or in person, or you're playing by yourself and you're just going through an adventure like this or some other, to just experience that creativity, and to experience that story that unfolds as you're going through it. So once again, I hope you like this video, and look forward to presenting the next one for you, so you can see how it does play out, and I'll see if I can actually get this to work, you know, really well going through it, and see. I will look and see if they have a version of this where everything is already revealed, so you can kind of see, because I know it'll be very difficult for you to see exactly what I'm seeing as I'm going through. I just don't have either the technology or the lighting in order to do that, you know, well for you. So Once again, another great buy on eBay. Got lucky enough to get it for about $40, including shipping and handling, so that's not bad. And it's a classic. It's a classic adventure written by a very well known and accomplished writer. And once again, rest in peace to Mr. Rasmussen. And thank you for giving me and others so many fond memories of your creativity and your writing. So once again, thanks a lot for joining. You will have a great rest of your weekend.